this hour. Well, as the Senate fails to pass a border security bill, communities across the northern border, they're sounding a new alarm over a significant spike of illegal crossings there. NewsNation cameras actually capturing the scenes during an exclusive ride-along with a police chief in the Swanton sector. Encounters there are up 118% this fiscal year. Border Patrol reporting this year that 121,000 encounters have happened, and that's just at the northern border. U.S. residents, people who live just off of the Canada border, they say they're now afraid to let their kids play outside. And NewsNation's Allie Bradley is here. NewsNation has been covering these stories more closely, I can comfortably say, than any other news network in America. I'm very proud of the work that you're doing, Allie. I just have to say that on a personal note. And I've talked to Border Patrol experts and those who actually have worked the border, and they say it's basically a free-for-all.
You're exactly right there, Adrian, because up here at the northern border, they've never had any kind of barrier or structure because it's never been needed. But now you see things like this popping up all along the northern border, these concrete barriers, and that's pretty much the only barrier that you're going to run into, quite literally, because these are to stop cars, not necessarily to stop people. And what's happening up here at the northern border is the criminal cartels. Yes, they're at it once again. Right now, they're exploiting our very good working relationship and partnership with Canada, sending thousands of people across this border. This is the Champlain area of New York in the Swanson sector, which covers New York and Vermont. This is the busiest part of this sector. And now when you go down to the southern border, those people down there, they've been dealing with problems for decades. Now, it's not that that's great. However, the people here, they didn't sign up for this. This is brand new for them. And they're saying that they can't even let their kids go outside without supervision. Take a listen. Do you feel that they have a handle on it?
No, they don't have a handle on it. Nope. It wouldn't be happening if they had a handle on it. I don't feel safe with my kids being outside by themselves. I'm constantly outside or I'm looking out my windows, because they're little. They can't protect themselves.
Yeah, so Christina actually runs a daycare there as well, and they've encountered a lot of individuals walking freely through the front of their yard. They also are planning to move because of this crisis. And we mentioned that 118% increase there. Well, the encounter numbers, they're exploding up here in the Swanton sector. Last month, apprehensions topped fiscal year 21 and 22 combined. And we're already blowing April out of the water this month with nearly 2,000 encounters in this sector. For some perspective, the same time frame last year, there was only about 356 encounters. So a vast difference there. And where they're coming from, that is wildly different as well versus what we're seeing at the southern border. Out of the nearly 2,000 apprehensions so far this month, more than 1,500 of them are coming straight from India, 175 coming from Bangladesh, which is considered a special interest country. Now, the Swanson Sector Border Patrol Chief Robert Garcia, he reported an incident in Vermont where a vehicle bypassed these concrete barriers that I was just showing you to enter the U.S. from Canada illegally. 4 Romanian nationals were apprehended there. Those are also designated as special interest. Now, this vetting issue, obviously still a problem up north, just as it is down south. We still don't have access to most other nations' criminal databases, if they even keep them. Now, law enforcement up here are telling us the vast majority of people in the Swanton sector, they are not trying to get caught. They're entering in through your area, right?
Correct.
And that's like you learn that person entered in through the Swanton AOR and ends up in New York and commits a terrorist attack. And it wasn't stopped here, right? There's right. that connection and tie and worry too,
yes.
Right? That you
Absolutely.
Can't stop all of this.
No, and again, the question is how much of it, how many gotaways are there, so to speak?
Okay, so Adrian, by walking around out here, there's things like this, discarded cell phones in the woods, discarded items all over the place up here. And again, I mean, there's people that live right on this road. This is a pretty infamous road, Roxham Road. It used to actually have a processing facility right there before Canada got rid of it. So now it's, like you said, a free-for-all. Now, Adrian, we've also confirmed with our Border Patrol sources that the agency is actually soliciting agents from down at the southern border, namely the Del Rio sector. Things have slowed down a little bit there. They're trying to get agents to come up to the northern border and also to San Diego to help supplement because they just don't have enough resources. So once again, We will rob Peter to pay Paul to accommodate this crisis.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.